Hello guys, welcome back to SSA Performance. Today we're working on the head of that engine, if you remember from last time when the engine block, the main cap snapped by taking it off by hand, and we're just waiting for the block to come back from the machine shop. We've supplied the customer with a new block, and today I'm working on the head. So you should see head's in the background. I'm going to start stripping it today so we can put the upgraded TD valve springs tuned to elements, link in the description as well. And yeah, so what I've got to do to this, I've got to take off all the springs and retainers and everything out of it, and take the valve springs out and the valves itself. So when we do take the valves off, I will need to regrind and seat the valves in so there's a nice clean seat so the head doesn't leak when we do put it on. Just take a long process. It can take it to a couple of hours. So yeah, so I'm going to start stripping it today, getting all the stuff out, the exhaust side and the inlet side, and I can start regrinding the valves and clean them up so they're nice and seated into the head. So let's crack on. So in this process, I'm using a 16mm socket with a hammer, and I smack the retainer at the top. It doesn't damage it at all. So with my long nose pliers, the magnetic and the very small, so I can get the collets, just grab them out because they do like to fall into the head. And I just repeat the process from the exhaust and the inlet side. So there we have it. The head's been stripped fully. We've got the valve sump steels, we've got the springs, we've got the retainer, the clips. And now I'm going to get a valve box, what we like to put it in. Put it in the exact same order where it comes out of. So this will be number 1 for the exhaust side, and then you got the inlet side. We'll put that all in order. So when we put it all back together, the valves will be in the still same order where they've always been from OEM. So that's what we're going to do now. Get the valve box and put them in the box now. And then we know it's in order, and we can start regrinding. We can clean the valves up, and then we can start regrinding the valves into the head. So we've got the bench grinder now, wire wheel side, because this one's to shaved end metal. I've always used this on the valves and never had no issues with it. So I'm going to clean up all this black carbon buildup. Let me get the camera to focus on it. See all the black carbon buildup, all on the valve. So that's got to be all cleaned up before reseating it into the head. The bench grinder. Now I've got the head, all the valves are all clean, as you can see. Camera focus, but they're all clean, every single one, even the inlet ones. There wasn't that too bad. There was a lot of carbon build-up on it, but in the end it was really easy to clean. Now I'm going to get so we've always used grinding paste. It's never leaked the heads or anything, so that's what we're going to be using now. And also we got a drill with the valve tool, so we can go up and down onto the head and the valves, and use your finger at the bottom. So if I explain here, so that will stick onto there because of that much pressure, and it just finally sticks. And then obviously I'm going to go up and down and use my fingers to go up and down, backward and forwards, so it grinds the valve into the head. So if I can show you, all the edge are all like pitted. That's how I explain it. It's all black pitted. It's not even, wasn't leaking before the head wasn't, so but it needs re-grinding in. So I'm going to put it in the exact same order where it was originally into the head. So we are back now building the engine. We're just putting the main caps out of the new block, and the new the crankwhat's been polished. We're just putting in the engine cleaner, So it makes it all nice and clean, all the parts before assembling to the engine. And we do blow it all out. Cleaning products will go into the galleries. So Sean's just putting the ARP mains in now. Sean has also assembled the pistons to the rods as well. So it's named so number 1 is for cylinder number 1 because he's done all the check the clearances for the block. So when he puts it in the engine, he knows which one's which to put in because he's already checked that clearance for that piston for that cylinder wall. So it's just nip them up with the Allen key. That's all you got to do. And then obviously with a nut conversion, because it's not bolted in, this is just a nut conversion. You just torque the nut up, not the Allen key. You just nip these up. So as you saw by the video, Sean's just cleaned them up. I don't want to touch them by my gloves or anything. The main caps just look like they just come out the factory. That's how good this engine cleaner is. Make sure there's no the cleaning product in the where the bolt threads in. So make sure there's nothing in there before assembling the engine. As you see, clean as new. So I've checked all the clearance on the crank. We've got a 2/1000 of an inch clearance, so I'm happy with that. So now we're going to start assembling all the bottom end now. I've done all the piston ring gaps, bore clearances are checked, all that's correct, so I'm happy to start finishing the bottom end, so we'll do that now. So it's been a couple of days now. Sean has officially built the bottom end, which has placed a Kinetic head gasket on it as well. He's currently building the head with the TD valve springs and all the new stuff, the new valve sump steels, OEM stuff. Turns out really nice as well, the bottom end does. With double check, make sure it doesn't catch, been notched the block as well. Sean's done that off record. We don't like showing how we do stuff because we just like to build it. So we've got to wait for Sean to build the head and we can place it on and obviously put the head bolt in, and then the engine's basically all ready to put back in the car. We've got to put all the auxiliaries on, like alternator, all that stuff, water pump. So you can see Sean's built all the engine. I didn't want to record too much of it, so we don't want to record behind the scenes that much. So it's got one of our SSA ability fuel rails, 430cc injectors. As you saw by the bottom end, it's got the pistons, scatter rods. Sean's built the head the other day. It's got the TD valve springs and all OEM valve sump steels, and also the head's been cleaned and pressure tested and skimmed. So that's pretty much it. And Sean's done all the valve clearances to OEM spec for the valves, for the cams, sorry. New timing belt. With new oil pump. Basically everything's new on this engine, so it's a fresh rebuilt engine. So today, me and Reese, when he comes back, we are going to put the engine in today, hopefully, and see what else we can do. Clean up his bay and make the engine bay look nice with the new engine.
Right guys, so as you can see in front of us, the car is almost ready to start. Me and Sean have just finished wiring in the GFB. We've routed the vacuum lines for the MAC port valve and the 3-bar map sensor. I've made a little bracket for the cam. What's it called, Sean? The cam cover plug. Just point to it down here. It's only ever happened once before on an engine. This popped off, lost oil pressure, engine dead. So the bracket I've made out of mild steel, it's about 2mm thick. If that was to ever pop out again, it can't drop all the oil out. So it's like a fail safe for the engines. That's going to be supplied on every built engine we do now, just for insurance. We don't want it to come off again. So what we've got left to do on this, I believe, is mount the Mac port valve. Am I right in saying that? Yeah. Got to mount the Mac port valve. We've got to fill it with coolant. Daniel has just looped the water lines off the thermostat just to get it to run. We will be putting the water lines to the turbo, but wait for the fittings on the water side for the turbo. So just for now, to check it all runs and to get it mapped today, we've looped that. And then it's ready for mapping. So you guys will see some dyno pulls in the next clip, I believe, after some sexy B-rolls.
Well, we'll get the first start up on camera as well.
First start up on camera?
Yeah, first start up.
What, you're not confident in our abilities, Daniel? We will get the first start up every single time. Cool.
So we have unplugged the injectors so we can get the oil pressure, so now fuel goes into the system to start the car up. So the oil pressure light has gone off the dash now, so we can plug the injectors in. It should fire up straight away. Sean's uploaded the map and it should just start on the key.
We have got a couple of little things to check. There's
the flywheel's catching now.
Yeah. So the car's all started up now. We're just going to leave it to run up to temperature, see if the fan kicks in. We checked all underneath, there's no oil leaks. So let's let it run up to temp, make sure the fan's kicked in as already said. And we should be able to get this out and put it on the dyno. The car is now on the dyno. Sean is just putting the timing gun, make sure the timing's okay, because it's a bit lower RPM, so we might have to adjust the dizzy, to haven't done that yet. We just got the car running, make sure there's no oil leaks for first start, and make sure the fan kicks in, make sure it runs up to temperature. So it's been about an hour now. The car has run on the dyno now. We're doing one pull, so it's 0.9 bar to make 251 brake horsepower. So we're going to do more pulls and hopefully we can turn the boost up with no issues and make some more power.
Bar?
Yeah, as you can see, it's 0.9 bar. As you can see, 0.88, that's 0.9 bar. It's making that much power. It's a lot of power for a low boost, so we're going to turn it up and see what else it will do more at 1 bar, because that's a lot of power. We don't really see that much often. So it's got 5 FHE cams in it, but it's not, it's got stock cams. Sean's going to just all the fuel in, make sure everything's all good. The AL5's bang on and 11's all the way on the boost. So
Hybrid turbo. It makes 2 more brake than me.
So that's at 1.1 bar. We did 1 pull to make sure the core pack was alright, mate. 250 39 brake horsepower
On 1 bar.
on 1 bar, so that's making 267 brake horsepower. So we're happy with that. So at least it's holding. No more misfiring issue now.
So far, we stopped at 1.4. Last mapping session, the original coil pack was misfiring at 1.1 bar. So I put my own personal coil pack on the car, and it was fine at 1.2 bar. And then we tried 1.3, we weren't happy. That's why we got a new coil pack. So if it does 1.3 with no issues.
Well, we're going to turn the boost up to 1.2 bar. Sean might do another pull with 1.1 to see if there's any, he can squeeze any more power out of it. But it's going to turn it up to 1.2 bar and see what power. If it holds, it should do because it's a brand new coil pack. So that's at 1.3 bar. We're not going to push this engine, it's of course in the car. But what do you say, Joy?
Feels lovely and smooth.
Looks it?
What's that noise again?
So that's the torque it's made at 1.3 bar.
It's faster for a car.
So boost pipe has just popped off, as you heard by the video. Huh? I know. You see the torque it's meant to make, Sean said. Boost pipe has popped off on the turbo. So Reese's messing with his hands down there. We're going to get a torque trim so you can see. So as you can see, the boost pipe is popped off down there. So put it back on and send it again. It was going to make such good torque as well. As you can see, it was ramping up boost, and I didn't like it, that Jubilee didn't. So we'll put it back on, hopefully it doesn't pop off. But if it keeps popping off, we'll put a brand new one, even though it's a brand new one on it. So let's put it back on and we'll go again. Boost pipe popped off again, but it's a different one this time. Yeah. So we just fixed the boost pipe issue, popped off a different place this time, but there might be, we think there's a misfire as well, you can hear it, but we want to check the boost pipes all good before we solve the misfiring issue. Look at that baby sing! Mate, really good torque that has. Bloody hell, this is so... Woo! That's what this one is, savage. That torque. So that's the end of the video now. It's been a couple of days now. The car, we just checked all the bolts over. Everything's okay. Mate, 311 brake horsepower as you saw on the dyno. We haven't done a road test yet. We just checked it before it does a road test before ready for collection. So that is the end of the video now, guys. I hope you guys have liked this video. Comment down below any questions if you're new around here. So subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload on the next video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.